Everybody, here in my hallway. I don't have much going on, so we're gonna go up to my bedroom where it's warm. I'm in the dead of winter right now out in southern Utah, and so I have a big house and I'm trying to save on electricity so I don't keep the every single floor insulated, right? Anyhow, we're gonna talk about why I believe, and I can almost for a fact, like 99% sure, I'll just say 100%, you're never going to get replaced as a rideshare driver by autos or self-driving cars that are called autos, right? Here's why. Do you guys remember? We're going to look at history for a minute here. Do you remember the old phones before cell phones came out? There's a reason why I'm saying this and comparing it to the cell phones, because the President of the United States himself told me, if you want to be good at your current industry, you have to study its past, present, and future, right? If you study the past and the present of your current industry, then you can actually start to see the future. That may sound strange, it may sound fluffy. You might already want to give me a thumbs down because you don't like Donald Trump. Big deal. The advice is still truth, because truth is truth no matter who's speaking it, right? Let me give you one more case example before I make my ultimate point here. Let's say you met someone who is a smoker. She had a distant family member. She had to get she's dead now, but she had to get a voice box cut out in her throat. It's called a stoma, right? If I'm not mistaken. And in her stoma, she would still smoke cigarettes, right? She was a chain smoker. She got cancer, had to have an operation so she could breathe through a hole in her neck, but she would still smoke cigarettes. Now, what if that lady came to you and you were just starting to smoke cigarettes as a young person and you want to do it, and she says, "Don't smoke cigarettes." Actually, it sounds like monotone to be like, "Don't smoke cigarettes. It will be bad for your health. You will talk like a robot." That's how they have to talk when they have that cutout in their throat. So she's telling you, don't smoke cigarettes. What are you going to do? Give her the finger and say, "Well, what do you know, old lady? You got a stoma in your throat." Well, truth is truth no matter who's speaking it. The person who's warning you that cigarettes are dangerous, even if they're still smoking, they're telling you the truth. So love them or hate them, Donald Trump told me, study the past, present, and future of your current industry if you want to be good at it, right? If you want to see the future. So I'm already seeing the future when it comes to these self-driving cars. They're never going to fully replace you guys. You know, remember the old landline phones? People still use these. There are not just elderly people, but there's offices that use landlines. There's in commercial business, and you say, "Oh, you're comparing two different industries." Well, yeah, I am. That way you see the comparison. You got to realize there's still people that use a horse and buggy in America. The Amish people in Pennsylvania will still ride horses. People love riding horses. So that hasn't gone out of style either in thousands of years, right? So you have to look at the hype and the negativity and how that kind of preys on people's fears, and how they'll just give up and quit because they're a pansy. You know what a pansy really is? A pansy is a kind of a flower that when it blooms, its top is so heavy and its stem is so weak, it just bends over and the flower lays down head first on the ground. That's what a pansy is. Do you want to be a pansy, or do you want to be a successful person that looks towards the future, that looks towards the success that they can have? The choice is yours. If you give in negativity all the time, you give yourself pansyitis, basically, and people don't respect you. Or they hear what you're saying, but you only kind of commune and cultivate with other negative people that see your logic, so to speak. So I'm looking forward to the future. As a driver, like, I'm excited. Lyft, L-Y-F-T, the rideshare company, they just came out with an IPO. So that's going to be exciting. I'm going to be looking into that tonight. And furthermore, I still haven't given up on the business because I love the residuals and the referrals I'm making. And I want to give actually a shout out to the Rideshare Hub. Dylan is a super cool guy. He's growing his YouTube channel as well. In some of his videos, he's even more passionate than I am. So I just emailed him, and I'm waiting to look back to the email. I asked him if he wants to do an exchange and kind of market each other's channel a little bit here. I think he's going to say yes, but I don't know. But I'm just saying Dylan's a super cool guy. So I'm going to post a link to his channel below, and I would recommend checking out some of Dylan's videos if you already follow my channel for rideshare purposes. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Keep in mind, anything could happen. But, you know, let's go a little further on this, actually. Anything could happen, but with self-driving cars, we're already seeing, we think technology is going to perfect the world. It doesn't. You still got to have the human element. You still got to have people to go in and clean up a mess. You know, your little vacuum cleaner Roomba robot that, like, vacuums your floor, your cat's going to knock it over, it's going to bump into something, it's going to suck up too much dirt and burn out. you always got to have a human element to fix the technology, right? So even the autos, they're not going to replace the Uber drivers, at least not for 1,000 years, you guys. Those things are so expensive to make, and then you got to regulate them, and then you could have protesters. Uber drivers could just stand in front of the car. If one person stood in front of the self-driving car and one person stood behind it, the car wouldn't be able to move. You could protest the darn thing and just have two people standing on either side of it. It wouldn't be able to run you over. Hello? So, I mean, there could be people boycotting the autos. There's a lot of ways that autos are not going to replace the human element. People still want to have the freedom to drive. The government would have to pass a bunch of laws saying, oh, you can't drive your car anymore. That's un-American. That's not freedom, right? So people would protest that. And it just blows my mind that people give into this hype of autos replacing everyone someday. So if that's you, don't watch this video. It's not for you. You're too much doom and gloom. Seriously, go watch some horror movies or something, because that's what you like to do. I'm more of a comedy guy. I like to have fun, and I like to do like object lessons like this, right? So I appreciate you guys checking me out. I'm about to step up my YouTube game big time. I've been on my 1,000 subscriber run today and this week, pushing for 1,000 subscribers. I'm giving out temporary free access to my Maximum Rideshare Strategies program. So if you've been with me this far through this video, I have a special offer for you, and it's going to be up until I hit about 1,000 subscribers. We'll just go 1,005. So if I'm not yet at 1,005 subscribers, just go ahead and comment the word subscribe below. Post me your email that I can reach you at. I'll send you a secret link to my private program for my rideshare strategies. Other people have paid up to $97 for access to this. Plus, I gave them a 1 hour, like a generous hour phone call. I'd be glad to do that for you. If you're interested, reach out. I teach you my learning curve in less than a couple hours, what took me 3 years to figure out. These are some strategies that I'm almost 100% sure Harry, the rideshare guy, doesn't teach all of these things that I developed. I've seen his website, and I'm a little bit aware of his program. I haven't taken his program yet, I'll just be honest with you, but that's because I know what I know, and I use what I know, and my best week doing less than a few hours in my car, I made over $2,400. If you don't believe me, look at my Instagram link below, and then scroll down to the bottom of that page. You'll see a screenshot of my actual earnings. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make it a great day. Peace. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button.